have some open Q&A time in a little while as well. So again, welcome. This is our Intro to Essential Oils class. Our main goal for tonight is to educate and empower each of you to take charge of your own health naturally at home. So if you're learning from your phone, you can turn it sideways to see the slides better, and that way you can also take screenshots of anything that you want to remember. And we're going to start by having everyone find the chat. So from your phone, you can tap on the screen and it will show up at the bottom. And if you're on your computer, it should be at the bottom of your computer screen. This class, so hopefully you guys can find it. I'm going to say hi in the chat, and I know Christy can pop into there too. So send that over. You guys can meet me over there in the chat and say hi as well. But this is going to be about 35 minutes long, and you'll want to stay to the end because we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to draw for a free wild orange essential oil. It's amazing. I love it in my yogurt. It's a mood booster, and we all need that this time of year. So in the chat, we're going to ask a question. How familiar are you with essential oils? Number one is brand new. I've heard of them, but I've never used them. Number two is I have them, but I don't know how to use them. I want to learn more and start using them more consistently. And then number three is I have them, I love them, and you can tell us your favorite oil. So one, brand new. Two, have them, but need some more information. Three, love them, and you have a favorite to share with us. So let's see, we've got three, Gagan, and tell us your favorite one. Number one. So we got some newbies and some pros. We're going to cover some basics tonight, like what are essential oils, why doTERRA, how to use them, precautions and safety, what oils to start with, testimonials, pregnancy, babies, pets, all the things. So let me switch our slide here. I got like 5 screens going, y'all. I'm going to become a tech pro maybe before the end of all this. Alrighty. Oh, On Guard and frankincense, digestive issues. Yes, absolutely. Lemon for digestive issues. I love that. All right, so what are essential oils? So you might have noticed that there's some buzz going around about essential oils, and while they seem trendy, they've actually been used for centuries for aromatherapy, healthcare, beauty, and so much more. Essential oils are the essence of plants. They're nature's gifts, extracted from roots, seeds, flowers, and even the bark. We're going to talk about how they work. So because humans and plants are both carbon-based, essential oils are naturally compatible with our bodies, and they can easily be absorbed and put to work. I didn't notice this in my actual script here, but one thing I want to ad lib is they're intelligent. They know what to do in our bodies. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, if Kim used one oil and I used the same oil, then it's going to do something different in my body potentially than it's going to do in yours. Like, it's really cool how they are intelligent and they work with our bodies. So you can see in this slide, like, bacterial infections are outside of the cell, so antibiotics can target them effectively, but viral infections are inside. They're proliferated inside of cells and antibiotics cannot reach them. Unlike most medicines, essential oils can actually penetrate cell membranes and help stop viral replication, supporting your immune system and helping your body to heal naturally. So when you have essential oils on hand, you can begin to support the healing of your body immediately, and you can become a healer in your home. So what makes doTERRA's oils special? There's a bunch of essential oils out there, but they're not all made the same. So this is what makes doTERRA different from other oil companies and makes them the leader in essential oils almost globally by 3 times. It's all based on where and how the ingredients are sourced. They grow the plants for the oils where they natively thrive and in their natural environment. So you can see not many plants are sourced from the US. Some are in Hawaii and some are on the East Coast, but most of them are grown where they originate around the world. And what I love about this is that doTERRA is giving people jobs that really live in poor communities and giving us the most natural form of ingredients, which makes a huge difference. doTERRA's oils are 100% pure. They're thoroughly tested 54 times from the dirt to your doorstep. And we've gotten to tour these labs and gotten to see our facilities that doTERRA has, their headquarters. Is amazing. They even test the air and the quality of the buildings where the oils are stored nonstop to make sure that the oils are protected. doTERRA actually informed the city in Utah where they're based that they had E. coli in the water. They found it before the city found it. So they're very amazing with all their tests and the way that they have quality and purity. If something comes not 100% back pure, they actually sell it. And who do you think buys that batch that's not 100% pure? It's other essential oil companies. So purity really does matter, and it's held to a high standard in doTERRA. If something's not 100% pure, you'll not get the same benefits, but you may also cause harm with synthetic ingredients present. There's a study done by Roseman University of Health Sciences that found that doTERRA oils offer more therapeutic benefits than our competitors. With doTERRA, you get safe, pure, and effective oils, natural solutions that you can trust. And really quick, while we have this slide up that's showing you globally where all the sourcing is from, if you just think of an aloe plant, and I tried to grow that here in Louisville, Kentucky, or you guys that are even further north in Illinois, if you guys tried to grow an aloe plant, it's not going to grow like it would if it was down in Florida. And so they take these plants where they grow best. Oops, Christy's coming back. She must have got kicked out. But they take these plants where they grow best because their immunity sac, it needs to be in the best environment for you to get the best benefit from these oils. So I just like that because we all know how hard it is to grow aloe, and you go somewhere where it's more native and it just looks so beautiful and you're like, why can't I grow it like that? So how to use your oils. So as we explore the three main ways to use essential oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. So aromatically is the experience of aroma of the oil by diffusing it in our homes, especially in high traffic or sleeping areas, allowing everyone around you to enjoy the benefits of the oils. You can also drop it into your hands, rub your hands together, and inhale it deeply. And I have a diffuser going back here. It's just so good to sit in the presence of a diffusing oil. One of the things I like to tell people: when you put the oils in your hand, only rub it in your palm and then put it around, because your fingers are up here by your eyes. So you don't want to like put peppermint all over your hand and then put it around your face because you'll burn your eyeball. But you want to put it in the palm of your hand and then breathe in. And it is just so calming, so healing, or energetic. It can, like peppermint actually energizes you. It has that menthol in it. So topically, you can apply these oils to your skin and allow them to absorb and circulate throughout your body. Applying topically allows the oils to work from the outside in. You can apply them to target areas and rub them in. You can apply them added to lotions or moisturizer, or to your pulse points.
Hey Leah,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm not seeing the slides and I thought it was just me. So
Oh,
that's why I left and then came back.
oh,
But I see Tina just said she's not seeing them either. Okay, now I am.
you
I
know.
haven't been though.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So did
Let
you
me
guys
see if I
not
can.
see?
Okay, got him.
Oh, I am so sorry about that, you all. Did you all not see the one that showed the global? I want to make sure you all see that. So you can even take a screenshot.
Now I don't have volume.
Here is your doTERRA sourcing that's all over. So if you want to take a little screenshot of that, that might be something fun. You don't have to, but did you all see the slide with the cell? Okay. You know what happened? As I moved this away to read the script, it blocked it. It didn't show, even though I thought it was showing the whole time. So I am so sorry about that, you all. So going back through just to catch up with those in case you didn't get to see them, so you get a chance to. So here's where we're at: aromatically, topically, and internally. So we just talked about topically and how you can apply them. One of the ways that I love to do that is putting a little bit of frankincense in my moisturizer, just a little added frankincense to put on my face in the morning. I love frankincense on my skin. Internally, you can take these oils internally. It's very impactful and it allows the oils to work from the inside out. You can take it in a drop of water or tea or under your tongue or in a veggie capsule. You'll want to make your veggie capsule and take it immediately. You don't want it to just sit in there. Many essential oils are safe for eternal use. There will be supplement facts on the labels on your doTERRA bottles for the ones that you're able to take internally. Only use internally if they're pure tested oils. For me, I would not put another oil in my mouth unless I knew it was doTERRA's. So it's important to remember that pure essential oils are very potent. So you start with a single drop and gradually increase to the amount that you find that works best to support you. And we can help to talk with you and make sure that you're getting the most maximized potential out of each bottle of oil that you try. Let me gently move my screen over. Here comes Bethany coming in. She's joining us a little late. Alrighty, so here we are. Oil safety is where we're at. So there's some quick tips for using your oils safely. So citrus oils are photosensitive. So avoid applying them to your skin that's going to be exposed to sunlight for 12 hours. You want to make sure that you're using them on the bottom of your feet maybe instead if you're going to go out in the sun with some citrus oils. You can still get the benefits, just don't put them in a space where you're going to be in direct sunlight. So ingesting oils, because of the safety standards of doTERRA that they have in place, you can be confident in ingesting our oils. If your doTERRA bottle has the supplement facts label on it, it's safe to take internally. If you don't see that label, stick to aromatic or topical use. So it will either show a supplement label or a, here we go, ingredients label. Like it'll just show the ingredients or it'll have supplement. So you want to make sure it says supplement label on there. It will tell you milligrams, like it's 60 milligrams per drop if you're going to take it internally. So dilution is recommended for sensitive skin. You can dilute with a carrier oil. We actually encourage you to use a carrier oil often because when you put an oil directly on your skin, your body is going to only be able to absorb what it can quickly and then the rest is going to evaporate. Whereas when you use it with some coconut oil or maybe some castor oil or something, then your body's going to have that oil stabilized on your skin and it will get to use it longer. So dilution is actually helping your oil to go further. So there's a rule of thumb, less is more. doTERRA oils are pure and potent, so just one drop is often enough. And you want to store your oils in room temperatures and directly out of sunlight. You don't want them in direct sunlight because they're in amber bottles to help them not to get, go rancid. Like, you know, they're just in amber bottles to protect them from sunlight. So you want to use glass and ceramic with your oils. You don't want to use plastic. And you don't want to put your oils in your eyes, your nose, or your ears. And you don't want to wipe right after many oils. You want to wash your hands first. So I like to just give that tip. They're wonderful. Don't be nervous of them. You'll learn very quickly. You don't want to touch your eyeball if you just touch peppermint. You know, it's not going to hurt you, but it's not going to feel good. So you just learn to, you know, wash your hands afterwards. All right, so diluting. So we do have some oils that are considered hot oils. Hot oils are cassia, cinnamon bark, clove bud, geranium, lemongrass, oregano, and thyme, and on guard. You can take a picture of this screen as well. Is the whole screen showing up for you? Nope, there we go. Goodness gravy, I can't move it at all. Sorry, please, Christy, tell me if I mess up on that as I'm moving things around over here. So for every drop of hot oil, use 10 drops of a carrier oil. I don't count, and I don't think Christy counts out 10 drops of a carrier oil. We just squirt a little coconut oil in our hands and put a drop or two of whichever oil we're using. So you'll get very comfortable being able to just put it the ratios that are right for your body. But I easily, and there's many of these that don't bother my skin at all, just neat. So there's that song, I take my whiskey neat, my coffee black, and my bed at 3. So just so you all know, neat is just pure. Like it's just no dilution, so no coconut oil. And so On Guard and stuff, I will just put it on my skin sometimes if I don't have a carrier oil and I'm out and about. So you'll find which ones you're going to want to be a little more gentle with your skin, but to be on the safe side, the first time you use them or something, definitely put those hot oils inside of some coconut oil. All right, and then so here we have the absorption. So when you put them directly on your skin, which like we just said is neat, you're getting about 4% absorption. When you add it with some coconut oil, it's going up to about 10%. And then when you go to some castor oil, it's 70 to 75%. So what's so cool about that, just even learning a little bit more about castor oil, it is, let me make sure I went to the right slide here. Yep, I'm sorry. That castor oil penetrates your skin deeper. So that's why before we started recording, I talked about my daughter Brianna and some of her vascular malformation tumors. That castor oil is going to go deep into the skin and it's going to help to get things moving internally. So that's why it's going at a deeper absorption rate there. So diluting your oils, castor oil helps carrier oils help essential oils stay on your skin longer and penetrate deeper. Popular options include that fractionated coconut oil, FCO, which is odorless, colorless, great for skin, and won't clog pores. Other carrier oils that are listed on this screen, so you'll see there's avocado oil, grapeseed, hazelnut, jojoba oil, olive oil, macadamia nut, hemp seed, argan. So these oils, pretty much every oil listed there does not go rancid very quickly. Castor oil does tend to last about a year. So you want to use, like if you get a bottle of doTERRA's castor oil, the goal is to use it often so that you're not letting it sit. But it is the one that's going to help things go even deeper. So a little bit goes a long way. Use a few drops more frequently for the best results. For sensitive skin, having a carrier oil is helpful to have on hand, especially if the sensitivity occurs right after applying your oil. So if you did put On Guard directly on your skin and you're like, "Ooh, that's burning," which that's not the case for many of us, but that could happen. So then you just add a little coconut oil to it and it's going to immediately cool that down. So you're going to just be able to have some in the fridge or not in the fridge, in your cabinet. And just so you know, like we do carry a fractionated coconut oil, but you can go into the grocery store and where you buy your olive oil, there's usually MCT oil. Maybe you all have heard of that. Some people put MCT oil in their coffee, but that is the type of coconut oil that does not solidify. That's good to have on hand as you explore oils. So let me go on to our next slide here. And that.
Okay. So I was going to say, just to highlight what Leah said on that last screen too, something that's super helpful is you can actually buy the little sticker labels. And I just wanted to show you guys because it's nice to have those because as soon as you start collecting, several different oils, it's a little bit, can be daunting to have to look for the bottle. So right there in the middle, you can actually buy those on your order. Like when you're placing your order, you can buy the stickers. They're single blends, and then there's also the ones that are, a mixture. So you can get the two different things. But be careful because there is Chinese and I believe Spanish options too. But I love being able to, just quickly find the label when I'm looking for my oils that I want to use. So I just wanted to kind of note that too. But just to talk through our goal. So our goal for tonight is to take the confusion out of where to start with essential oils. So think about, like your little one maybe wakes up in the middle of the night crying because their ears hurt. What's your first move? A late night pharmacy run for some people. Googling home remedies. I've done that before too. But maybe or like maybe you're the one who's waking up to a scratchy throat, or your stomach is in knots after something you ate, your head is pounding from a long day of stress, your back, maybe it's aching from sitting too long, or maybe from sleeping the wrong way, or not sleeping at all. So I know that in our world today, we've been taught to reach for quick fixes. So, like a pain reliever, a sleep aid, an antacid, cough medicine, that bottle of pink stuff, if you guys know what I mean when it comes to bathroom and stomach issues. But what if instead you paused for a second, all right? And you instead um, had a cabinet full of over-the-counter, medicines that had no side effects, and you had natural solutions instead, okay, at your fingertips that work with your body, right? Instead of like opening up your cabinet and a bunch of, whatever, drugs, medicines. So that's why having these 10 oils that you guys see pictured, there's the smaller bottle size, that's the 5 milliliter, and then on the right is the 15 milliliter size. So they're the same oils, it's just different diffuser sizes and different oil sizes. But they're not just nice to have, they're actually solutions for things you and your family deal with. I mean, even on the daily basis, okay? So I want you to think, what are the things you reach for most? If you guys want to comment, like what are some non-natural things that you reach for most? Like maybe it's ibuprofen, maybe it's Tums. I don't know. If you want to put that in the chat, what are you reaching for? Okay. Um, yeah, allergy medicine, that's a good one too. And like also what's something maybe you would love to find a safer swap for, right? Like a natural alternative to maybe what you're currently reaching for. I'll give you guys a second to comment. Okay, so now that some of you guys have commented, let's dive into those 10 oils, okay? They are available in 2 saving collections, I will say that, but let's deep dive here a little bit more. So, and these would be great to take screenshots of. I just want to say that because as you can see on that left-hand side, it is listing out some very common things that the oils are for. And then we've got some testimonials that go along with it. So I'm not going to read out every single thing that the tea tree is good for, but think of, just quick thoughts. Ear infection, stinky armpits, acne, cold sores, cuts and wounds. So this particular one, just to kind of think about ways you could use tea tree. So have you ever dealt with an itchy red rash that won't go away? What about an annoying blemish, right? Right before an event. Tea tree is one of the most versatile oils that we have and that you can have on hand. And once you start using it, you won't want to be without it. So it's known for its powerful cleansing and purifying properties, both for the skin and the home. So from soothing irritated skin to freshening up gym bags, shoes, and laundry, this oil does it all. It's even a go-to for minor cuts and scrapes to keep things clean. And if anyone has any kids or even adults, like adults struggle with adult acne too, tea tree works wonders for that. So, and just to give an example here, as you can see, like this child with his eye wide open, one mom used tea tree for her son's pink eye, just a small amount applied around the eye, never in the eye, cleared it up in 2 days. So whether it's for skin support, immune protection, or keeping your home fresh, this is definitely a must have oil to have in your house. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is lemon. So I don't know if you guys can tell from this picture because it's a little hard to see unless you're on a computer, but that is grease in his hands. Okay, so grease and grime. Lemon is a great one. It's a good detoxifier. It's a cleanser. It's a mood booster. Also great for mucus. But something that we have used it for in our house is, have you ever tried scrubbing sticky residue off of a surface? So whether that's like a price tag on something, or yeah, that's a great one, Leah, a fake tattoo. I've used it for that too. But it's amazing because it literally just wipes it right off of the surface. My husband was actually really amazed when he was putting together like a dresser and there was like a sticker on every single thing. And of course they put it on the side that like faces out. So he was super annoyed and frustrated, but it literally took it right off without harming the surface. And it was a cheap surface too, I must say. But anyway, it breaks down that grime. So from stickers to Sharpies to slime, it's definitely one of those that you want to have. And lemon is also one of the best oils for detoxifying the body. So cleansing the home and uplifting your mood. I like to put a drop or two in my water to help flush out toxins. It also supports digestion and even promotes clear skin. And it has a really, nice, refreshing taste to it as well. So, and again, it can also be used as a natural degreaser, perfect for getting sticky residue off glass, countertops, or even your hands. And when paired with lavender and peppermint, it makes the perfect relief for seasonal allergies without the drowsiness. So drop a 1 in the chat if you want the recipe for the allergy relief, and maybe Leah can type that in. But I know I saw somebody say they would love oils for the allergy aspect of it. So okay, so the next one is peppermint. Peppermint, oh my goodness, this is one of my favorites too. So think of energy, focus, fever, hot flashes, and headaches. Um, Maybe it's something where, you're in the middle of the day and suddenly a pounding headache takes over. Or maybe it's an upset stomach after a big meal. So instead of reaching for medication, imagine having a natural solution at your fingertips. It works. Peppermint is known for its cooling, energizing, and soothing properties. It helps relieve tension, headaches. It supports digestion and even promotes clear breathing. So a few drops on the back of your neck and shoulders can provide instant cooling effect, perfect for hot flashes, post-workout recovery, or even dropping the body temperature by a degree on a hot day, or when somebody in your house is experiencing a fever. Okay. And then for headaches, all too often we're reaching for over-the-counter medications that can wreak havoc on our liver and our gut, and sometimes even lead to rebound headaches. So peppermint offers a powerful, fast relief without the side effects. I like to just put a little bit, in the palm of my hands and rub my temples, put a little bit, under my nose, and then take some deep breaths in and out for that one. It's also a natural way to boost focus and alertness, whether you're dealing with muscle tension, nausea, or a mental fog. Peppermint gives your body exactly what it needs. So keep this one close. I actually like to take this one with me to work, but it's great to even have in your car. And you'll use this one a lot more than you can imagine. So I love the peppermint. The next one is Breathe. And Breathe is great for congestion, allergies, that tight feeling in your chest when you can't breathe easily. It affects everything. So Breathe is a very powerful blend that opens the airways, it soothes congestion, and it supports respiratory health. And just like a story that we have here, one mom used it when her child's inhaler wasn't working. Within minutes, he was breathing normally again, whether it's seasonal stuffiness, lingering coughs, or just feeling like you need deeper breaths, this oil makes a huge difference. Also, another friend often jokes that she sleeps closer to her Bree stick at night than she does her husband because she even keeps one in her purse. If you deal with congestion, you know what a game changer it is for those opening those airways, right? And it helps with snoring. So it's a great one for that too. And then also, athletes can even apply this to their mustache area and chest before training or competing, and you can diffuse it at night, apply it to your chest, or even inhale it straight from the bottle. If you or your kids are struggling with breathing issues due to a cold, flu, or allergies, Breathe is definitely a great one to have. So it's like a natural, I think of it like for my kids, it's a natural Vicks, right? Like you can just put it with that coconut oil or that castor oil again and just rubbing it on there. I know that we didn't talk about this before, but the castor oil being that deeper penetrating oil, 70%, that's huge, right? But also, if you don't have castor oil and you have just the coconut oil, even putting socks or some sort of covering over the oil, it's going to give you that higher percentage of it sinking in. And I know that was a really hard thing for me to understand because I'm thinking, oh, full strength out of the bottle, that's better, but it's actually not. So, really think about that. And also, it's going to stretch your oils a long way too if you're mixing it with that carrier oil. Okay.
Yeah, I love,
So
I'm gonna
diffuse is great.
Yeah, super quick. I love when we just learned in the class yesterday for the castor oil class about sandwiching it, like putting a little castor oil, doing your drop of oil, and then putting another little castor oil on top. You can do that with coconut oil and sandwich it as well. But I just had to say, like, I got my breathe out when you were talking about it because I have a deviated septum in my nose. And, like, if you have
Yeah.
any stuffiness or any issues at all breathing, it just, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yep. It is fabulous. And it's a great one to diffuse too. So that's what I mean. All of these are really appropriate to diffuse or apply topically. The next one, this is one of my all-time favorites, is lavender. So it's bedtime, but instead of drifting off peacefully, maybe your kids are restless, maybe everybody's having like their second wind in your house. You're exhausted, and even the dog is like going nuts, barking, at every little sound, maybe, right? Um, I know that happens in my house. So lavender is known for its calming properties, but it's so much more than just a sleep superhero. This oil is a go-to for skin irritation. So think burns, like if you burnt yourself on the stove, you can put it on your burn. Um, Bug bites, like mosquito bites, any type of bug bites, allergies, and it's also great for emotional balance as well. And then, just a thing that I like to talk about with the lavender too. I know that they just did a study out there that it was pretty impressive for the mood balancer. They were comparing 2 drops of lavender oil to sertraline, right? Like that's an anxiety medicine. So 2 drops of lavender oil did the same effects with this placebo group or whatever, as the people who are actually on 25 milligrams of sertraline. So I thought that was really interesting. If anyone's Facebook friends with me, I shared it and you can read like the whole study. But it is definitely one of those, um, I've had friends who say that they diffuse it all day long to keep their family and their dogs in a relaxed state. I know for me, I've even rubbed the lavender on my dog's ears or whatever when he's barking out the window constantly and it settled him down. You could also, put a drop on your pillow in your bath to kind of help you unwind, massage it onto the soles of your feet. Can make a huge difference as well if you're just looking more for that calm. But also, it's a must-have for travel. So it can also soothe sun-kissed skin or ease tension on long flights. And then, if you guys want to drop a 2 in the chat, if your family member, if you have somebody that could benefit from it for sleep or calming support, or you maybe have it on hand, for bee stings or, like I said, bug bites, different things like that. It's amazing because I did use it on a burn one time too when I burned myself on my pan, how instant that was. And I also burned myself with a curling iron one time too and used it for that as well. Okay. This is another one. I keep saying like you need all of these. Like I love it. You know, whatever. It's true. Like these top 10 are amazing. So On Guard is like our immune supporter. So we all want immune boost this time of year, right? So think about it like if your kids or your spouse or you haven't already come home with the sniffles, you already know it's about to tear through the whole house. You know, when one person starts, then it kind of spreads. That can lead to obviously sleepless nights or missed school if you have those, you know, young kiddos, or a mountain of issues. But imagine if you had something that could help protect your home even before it starts. So that's what On Guard did. For us, like I like to diffuse On Guard throughout my house, you know, at least a couple times a week. And I like to, when I think of it, have my kids roll the bottom of their feet with it too before they put their socks on for school, just to kind of boost that immune system before anyone is, you know, sick or having those feelings. It has cinnamon in it, clove, and eucalyptus. So this oil is like a security system for the immune system. It cleans the air, supports the body, and it keeps the whole house feeling fresh. Um, this is also a great one, you know, to take a screenshot for because you can, you know, I mean, its top uses are definitely immune support for the whole family, kills airborne germs when diffused, cleans surfaces naturally. So we have a whole line actually of On Guard products, like cleaning products that are, you know, already ready for you, laundry detergent, all of that stuff. And just kind of like an idea is, you know, if like say, you know, one of our friends started taking On Guard and a veggie cap at the first sign of sickness developing, within 24 hours, it got rid of that postnasal drip. But also she did the same for her husband when he was coming down with a head cold. So his symptoms stopped progressing, and within 3 days, his congestion and cough had disappeared. So I know, like, even for me, if I know I'm going to be traveling, or, you know, if it's like a lot of sickness where I work, as a preventative, I'll, you know, take a couple On Guard drops in our one of our veggie caps, just to kind of help combat, like, you know, like I said, just boost that immune system. So you could also put it in like foaming hand soap. If you make your own, you can put the On Guard in there, or like again, we have On Guard hand wash too that you can use as well. So does anybody think that they could use or would have some, you know, reasons to have this on hand this winter, you know? Put a 4 if you think that's definitely one you would want in your house. Okay, so this one, I'm going to be honest with you all. This is one I'm still exploring, and I'm still learning its benefits, but I think it's one that I need to use a lot more in my house than I'm using, right? Oregano. So it does. It reminds me of pizza. I'll just say it. It reminds me of pizza. Um, but this is one, you know, that you could use on a daily basis. You know, if you are going to schools, if you're sporting events, grocery stores, church, friends' houses, um, germs are everywhere. But what if you had something in your home that's so powerful, even bacteria doesn't stand a chance, okay, against this one? So you can see viral and bacterial infections, warts, and strep throat are like one of the big ones that are listed on here. Also, nail and foot fungus. Um, yeah, there's a lot of great ones for the oregano. So, and you can see on the left-hand side, the experiment proves that like the doTERRA Advocate swab the bottom of a shoe. Okay, so bottom of a shoe, you see all those like little germs or whatever on that petri dish. The results, the oregano stopped bacteria in its tracks. Nothing survived. So that's pretty impressive, right? And oregano isn't just for germs, it's an immune system warrior. So it helps with digestion and also supports respiratory health. It's one of the most powerful and potent natural solutions that we have available. So this is one of those hot oils, okay? So just be sure to dilute oregano, especially if you're somebody who's going to put it under your tongue or whatever, like maybe consider a veggie cap instead with a little fractionated coconut oil so you're not burping up oregano later. But yeah, I mean, this is a great one to have in your home, no matter what's going around. So, and it also says that insect repellent. I didn't realize that one. Interesting. Okay, so this is like the king of all oils. All right, frankincense. Frankincense has been prized for centuries because this oil supports the skin, immune system, emotions, inflammation, and even cellular health. Okay, so like I said, it's like the king of all oils. So a drop under your tongue daily can support cognitive function, soothe the nervous system, and even promote youthful looking skin. You can add it to, like for me, I love to use it as a moisturizer. I've actually been mixing it with my castor oil and applying it on my face, and it does not clog my skin at all. It's just giving it a nice glow and giving me that moisture I need, especially for this time of year. But over time, you'll also notice a decrease in wrinkles, crepey skin, and age spots. So can you guys see that person's top of their head? Like that's where they put it. And I know Leah, you can unmute real quick and I'll talk more, but you use it for like your sunspots, right?
Yes, I have precancerous cells on my forehead, and I've been using frankincense. My whole forehead used to feel really rough, and now, like, I know you can. If I'm a redhead, so if I touch my skin, I turn red. But I have a spot that shows up still here, and then sometimes this one over here will get rough, but it's not rough right now. So it's made such a difference, and I'm really hopeful that when I go back to my dermatologist that she doesn't make me use a cream. Like I hope that I'm able to like use this natural step first because the cream like you can't be in the sun. It's very photosensitive and it has, some scary side effects. So this would be a great first step. And it's got really good cellular reviews and studies that have been done on it. And obviously, we never want to replace our doctor's knowledge. We want to work with our doctors, but it's great to be able to have gifts from the earth. Like that's what doTERRA means, gifts of the earth. And maybe it can do something before a medicine.
Yeah. Well, and it's also great for scars that are both new and old. So it's great for healing. This is definitely one that you never want to run out of because it's kind of like the saying, when in doubt, reach for Frank, okay? Reach for your frankincense because that pretty much is like a go-to. And this is also, again, like I said, great one to screenshot so that you can see how people are able to help with their, migraines, skincare, emotions, inflamed thyroid, crow's feet, and even the sunspots. So lots of great testimonials on that one.
And you find oils that you're just like, I have to have that oil. Like I mean, like you're gonna really find some of your favorites. And I know for me, frankincense on my face every day, it's a very addictive is not the right word, but I'm just like every day I want.
Yeah, it's definitely a calming one and soothing
Yeah,
one.
it's one that
Yeah.
I can feel, and it's
Hmm.
what my body craves. I guess that's the right answer.
Yeah, that is the right word, body craves, because I have that with Clary Calm. That's like mine. Like I instantly have to roll myself in the morning and at night with that one. And they also say ones that you have like, ooh, that does not smell good, that your body actually needs that. So I thought that was interesting too. That's something I learned. So Digestin is our next one. Um, have you ever had a miserable feeling after eating something that doesn't agree with you? Whether it's bloating, gas, or acid reflux, digestion is your gut's best friend. We lovingly call this oil of repentance. So, one skeptic used it for severe reflux, and within minutes, the discomfort was gone. He stopped using over the counter meds and now relies on Digestin instead. This blend contains essential oils like ginger, peppermint, and fennel, all known for their ability to support digestion and ease stomach discomfort. A drop on the abdomen or in water can make a huge difference, whether it's occasional indigestion, motion sickness, or just feeling sluggish after a meal. Digestion provides relief naturally. So if you or someone you know could benefit from digestion, go ahead and drop a, 5 in the chat. This is another favorite in our household as well, especially my oldest son, Bryson. He just started basketball practice this week, and yeah, let's just say he's been requesting Deep Blue every single night, and even putting it with his, bath salts in the bath and all that good stuff. But this one is great for muscle tension, stiff joints, lingering soreness. If you deal with any of these, Deep Blue is a game changer. It's often called the gateway to the men because once they feel the relief, they're hooked. All right. So whether it's from hard work, old injuries, or just life catching up to them, they quickly realize this is something they don't want to live without. People swear by Deep Blue for everything, from everyday aches to discomforts. One of our customers used it for sciatica pain when nothing else helped. Another after having her hip stepped on by a 1,500-pound cow. She was able to garden later that day because of the stick. That's kind of crazy. And also an 85-year-old woman with arthritis said there is no amount of money someone could pay her to give up her Deep Blue stick. So I've definitely heard it's great for arthritic pain. It comes in multiple delivery methods that your advocate can also talk about with you. So it has like a stick, there's a cream, there's also the oil itself that you can see there too. But it's great for athletes, busy parents, anyone who experiences pain, stiffness, or just tension. Like I rub it on the back of my shoulders just, when I've had a long day at work, and it just kind of helps calm everything down. Deep Blue also helps your body keep moving, whether it's post-workout recovery, an old injury flaring up, or just the wear and tear of life. So you'll definitely want this one. Comment Deep Blue if this is something that you guys are going to be adding to your list of wants.
Christy, I took this with me to my massage therapist last
Yeah.
week, and she used it. She didn't use it all over my whole body, but she
Yeah.
used it on my neck and my back right there. Oh, it was awesome. So do take this into your massages with you because they'll use it and you'll love it.
I was gonna say, I know a massage therapist I know who's used some other stuff that wasn't Deep Blue. She was impressed when I gave it to her and she put it on the back of her neck that the next day she still could smell it and kind of feel the effects of it. So that's just, a side note as well. So the last thing that I'm going to talk to, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Leah. These are not in the kits that we kind of showed, but just to give you guys an idea, doTERRA has a lot of, I call them targeted supports or targeted solutions that come in oil form, but they can also be capsules or they can be soft gels as well. So this is a great one to take a screenshot of too, because, Serenity is a great one for people who have troubles with sleeping or just, winding down at night. Adaptive is great for anxiety, depression, and focus. Balance is a great one for literally balance, and moods and emotions. And we've even had somebody who had vertigo who used balance and it helped with her vertigo. Clary Sage is a hormone help, and maybe that's why I crave Clary Calm, because Clary Sage is one of the ones in it, and I'm like perimenopausal, so maybe that's my body's telling me I need it. Shinrin Yuku is great. It reduces stress and blood pressure. And then MetaPower is, and we have a whole MetaPower line. So that's targeted for balancing blood sugars. And then DDR Prime is healthy cellular turnover. And then we have our new oil, which is the Revita Zen, and that's for detoxing. So it can be used actually daily detox. So if you're somebody who has MTHFR or a job that you're exposed to chemicals all the time, whether it be a hairdresser or maybe you're farming and you're dealing with chemicals that way, you're a house cleaner, I myself have MTHFR, so I'm actually taking the Revitazen. They have capsules, but then I'm also doing the oil too, because for us MTHFRs, we have a hard time detoxing stuff. So, and a lot of these products too, also, like I said, come in capsule form as well, or there's different support systems specifically for them.
Awesome. All right, let me make sure I don't mess the screen up for you guys. So we're going to talk about pets and oils. And whenever I was like looking at the slides, I was like, oh, I got to talk about pets. I'm obsessed with animals. So I love the assurance that I've received to be able to use our oils. So furry friends, feathered friends, people ask, are essential oils safe for pets? And the answer is yes. And you can even screenshot this graphic as well. But there are some tips when you're using your oils with your pets. One is always dilute your essential oils when you're using them around pets, especially cats and smaller animals. A little bit goes a long way. I typically do 3 to 4 drops when I'm diffusing. That way you can make sure that you're using a low amount, but also that you're using it in a space where you leave a door open. So if your cats don't like it, they can leave. And you never apply these essential oils to their eyes, ears, nose, or sensitive areas. Always use oils in a well ventilated area. And watch your pet's reactions. If you notice any discomfort, stop using the oils. If you're like for me, my cats kind of boss me around. I am only allowed to diffuse a few oils in my bedroom at night if I want my cat to sleep where he sleeps, which is right here. And so I need to stick to oils that he likes. And I've learned it's kind of fun. You can do a smell test, leave the lids on. You don't have to take the lids off, but you can just take this up to your cat's nose because they're a little bit more sensitive than dogs. Cats are moody. Who has cats? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a cat. And if you don't have a cat, careful, they might find you. I never had a cat, they found me. But you can just take the oil up to them and see how they respond to it. Do they go, oh no, or do they get a little curious? And that will let you know whether or not they like that particular oil. My cats tend to like the woodsy ones, like the balsam firs and balance and stuff, but they don't like the citrus and they don't like the fruities. um, some oils should be avoided around pets, and those are on that screen there. We have an advisory of veterinarians. Dr. Janet Rorick, known as the Essential Oil Vet, is a part of that. You can scan the QR code to learn from the experts on how to care for your animals with essential oils. You can also follow them on social medias. And don't worry, we're here as advocates to help you every step of the way. So you don't put oils on your cats. That's one that you don't, but you can put like the lavender and balance and stuff on your dogs. They're a little more hardy. Cats don't have as many of the properties to process the oils that dogs do. So we'll go to pregnancy and oils. We'll talk about that. And of course, we'll answer questions too. If you guys have any, you can put them in the chats. So a common question is, are essential oils safe during pregnancy? So yes, not only are they safe, but they've highlighted here some top 10 oils on the screen for pregnancy. From Deep Blue for lower back pain to Digestin for nauseous and indigestion, Adaptive and Lavender for relaxation. We've got you covered. I actually just went to a bridal shower and I gave her the cute little owl diffuser that we just got available this month and a bottle of Deep Blue because I know her back is going to absolutely love it. Pregnancy, that's a really good gift. So if you have anyone in your life expecting, that would be a great Christmas gift. You want to avoid oregano, cassia, cinnamon, clove, and ginger during pregnancy. It's recommended that you dilute the oils. A quick tip is to use a pump on your fractionated coconut oil bottle and add a pump to your palm and then mix in a drop of essential oil for proper dilution. Essential Midwife is on social media for expert guidance on using oils during pregnancy, but we also have a class of hers recorded. So if you have someone in your life that's expecting and you want to watch our Essential Midwife class, we have that for you in our toolbox. So we've got you covered. All right, babies, kids, and oils. Essential oils are natural, effective, and they're a safe way to care for our health, and they are perfect for helping to take care of our children too. Screenshot this, whether you're a mom, grandma, auntie, or just around kids in general. Having essential oils on hand can help calm anxious feelings, soothe upset stomachs, aid sleep, easing growing pains, tooth pain, headaches, and more. These issues often pop up in the middle of the night or while you're on vacation, but with these oils, doTERRA oils at your fingertips, you have the ability to help heal your family. If you just start out with essential oils, if you're just starting out, the kids collection is also a great option. It comes pre-diluted, color-coded, and ready to use. It's perfect for little ones. And there's a handy tip for making your own 10 milliliter roller bottles, which you can grab 10 milliliter roller bottles off of Amazon very easily and affordably. Use 1 drop of essential oil per the year of age, and then top it with your fractionated coconut or MCT oil, which is the same thing, just different name. For example, 5 drops for a 5-year-old topped with your coconut oil. I think that's a great tip. And I will say, my daughter, she sleeps with a little Serenity stick. Our sticks are great for the kids too. She uses that Serenity stick. It sits next to her bed every single night. That's a part of her routine. That must be one of the oils that her body craves, because she really does not miss a night rubbing that on. All right,
Yeah.
Christy, back to you.
Okay, so now that we've kind of highlighted, some of these starter oils, right? Um, this is kind of the best way to save money with the different collections. So there's 3 different options. And, again, so the first option, both collections, all right, on the left and then in the middle, those all include those 10 essential oils that we discussed earlier. So On Guard, frankincense, lemon, oregano, tea tree, breathe, peppermint, digestion, deep blue, and lavender. So the Healthy Start collection, which is on the left, that comes with 5 milliliter bottles. So I have a 5 milliliter, which it's a smaller one, right? It comes with a 5 milliliter bottle, which is about 85 drops each, and a Pebble diffuser. And then the Home Essentials collection includes a 15 milliliter bottle. That's about 250 drops each. And is it Luz diffuser? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a bigger one. And then on the right is the kids collection, specifically designed for little ones. And this set includes the Thinker, which is focus blend, Calmer, which is a restful blend, Stronger, which is a protective blend, Tamer, which is a digestive blend, Rescuer, which is a soothing blend, Steady, a grounding blend, Brave, which is a courage blend. So, and again, like Leah mentioned, the kids collection comes with a carrying case, a carabiner, instruction cards, which I love. Those are so cute. Silicone toppers, perfect for your kids to keep their oils handy at home or on a backpack or, next to their nightstand. So these 3 are amazing to have for sure. And then the next thing I just wanted to mention is just some shopping specials that we have going this month. So our Breathe is actually our oil of the month, and it's in a 5 milliliter bottle. You get that one actually when you're a first time customer and you reach 125 PV, or if you are maybe an existing customer who gets like foundational wellness, which is our BMG, our EO omegas, and our PV Restore, it also will pop up for you as well. Because are we beyond? Oh, we're not beyond the 15th of the month either. So if you place an order, if you are a new customer, or you are somebody who's not doing foundational wellness, if you get your 125 PV order in before the 15th of the month, you'll get that one for free. So, and then on the right is our Melissa oil, and that's 20% off this month. I will be 100% honest with you guys. I don't have a lot of experience with Melissa, but you can see it's got a lot. It looks like it has a lot of soothing and comforting properties to it. So I'm sure it's definitely a great one to, add to your arsenal.
I believe it's a pretty pricey one too, so
Yeah,
maybe
it is a
not.
very
So
expensive one as well. So
that's why I don't have as much experience with it.
I know one of our founders says that she puts it on her thumb every day and puts it on the roof of her mouth. So if she's doing that every day, it is probably has lots of great benefits. Something else really great if you are a new customer of ours, doTERRA loves to spoil their new customers, and they have some bonus freebies for new customers too. So when you have 100 PV order, you're going to get a full size balance. When your order is 150 PV, it's going to trigger your choice of the Pebble diffuser, the hand washing kit, or the toothpaste combination. At 200 PV, it's going to unlock the adaptive touch roller. And then again, at 125 PV, you'll also get the breathe oil as well. I think is this me still too, Leah? Okay. So we want to invite you to continue to be supported beyond tonight, all right? And whether you're a customer or you're maybe a potential customer, you're thinking about it, this Facebook group that we have, it's a community, all right? So there's awesome testimonials in there, ways to maximize your products, before and afters, so much great stuff to encourage you to use these resources that you have, especially if you're somebody on foundational wellness. You're getting an oil of the month every month. And I can't tell you how many of my people are just putting that to the side. And it's because if you're not around people who are using these oils, or you're not following things that are using them, you're going to forget about them. Okay. So I encourage you to get in this group. Leah dropped it in the chat to be able to click on it and request to join. It's going to ask you to answer 3 questions, just because we want to make sure no bots are in there. And then once you do that, you'll get approved right into our community group. All right, so one last thing we wanted to mention before doing our giveaway is that, there tends to be 3 different types of people in the circle of doTERRA, right? So I want to talk briefly about those 3 types of people and how we serve them best, just so you know what the possibilities are. So our first type of person is excited to live a natural lifestyle. When these people learn about the power of essential oils, they can't wait to share the product with their families. doTERRA supports this type of person by providing free essential oil education and a generous loyalty rewards program. So as a customer, you can earn doTERRA dollars, like store credits, just by telling your friends and families about favorite products through our Refer a Friend program. You actually have a link as a customer where you can share that, or honestly, the best thing is to refer that person to your advocate, and they can help them figure out exactly what they need. And then they'll use your Refer a Friend link, so that way you get that 20% credit on that person's purchase. So the second type of person, right, is sitting here thinking, oh, my mom needs this product, or maybe a friend needs it. And they're maybe have already started texting or thinking about who they're going to talk to, right? So that type of person naturally shares and wants to share what they love. doTERRA supports this type of person by rewarding efforts with, earning money, some money each month to help pay for their products, right? So millions of people worldwide currently receive doTERRA products this way. And then the third type of person has been listening to me and Leah and thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to change people's lives by educating them about the power of essential oils and a holistic lifestyle. So doTERRA supports this type of person with a generous compensation plan. And as these types of people educate others about the power of natural solutions, they can earn enough to supplement their income, but also obviously pay for their products as well, right? And if you are the second type of person, which is a sharer or the builder, we invite you to stick around after we do our giveaway here for a 15-minute presentation on the opportunity. So it's totally optional, but we always like to offer that to people, just to listen, and explore and open their minds. Okay, so Leah, we're doing a giveaway, correct? And is it
Wild
wild
orange.
orange?
Wild orange.
Okay,
Yes.
so maybe I'll let you talk about wild orange while they're doing this, but to get entered into the giveaway for tonight, you're going to fill out our survey. So Leah just shared that below. This is just for customers, so if you're an advocate, please don't fill out the survey. But if you are here as a guest, please fill it out because Leah is going to be doing a drawing for wild orange. Leah, you want to tell us about wild orange and what you can use it for?
Absolutely. I actually am just opening up this brand new Essential Oil Life book because I want to give you a little bit more details here. It's beautiful. This book is
And
so.
once you guys are done filling out the survey, comment done so that way we know
Yes, please do.
that everybody is done with
Well,
that.
yeah, I had said earlier it's one of my favorite things to put inside of yogurt. I love to use just like a 0% yogurt, a little bit of monk fruit, and a couple drops of wild orange. It makes a great tasting yogurt. It's great for depression, fear, isolation, irritability. So it's a mood booster. It's good for energy, productivity, concentration, cancer and tissue or cellular regeneration, heartburn, sluggish bowels, diarrhea, jaundice, toxicity, obesity, and cholesterol, anxiety, if you have digestive upset due to anxiety, particularly, insomnia, stress, anxiety, addiction withdrawals, excessive appetite, menopause, and weakened bones. These oils, the properties, the constituents of these oils are amazing. I mean, when we're talking about these things, we haven't even scratched the surface of what all these oils can do. It helps with oily, damaged skin, wrinkles, scurvy and colds, mouth ulcers. You can use it in cooking. And a prolapsed uterus. Like, that's very interesting, isn't it? Like, so in that sense, it says around you would apply it to the abdomen, pulse points, and diffuse or take it internally in a capsule. But this one tastes so good that you can take it, internally easily, even if it was in a spoonful of yogurt. So yeah, let us know when you're done. We'll get the giveaway drawn for that. Wild orange is definitely one of my favorites. And citrus oils, just for you all to know, if you have anyone on the autism spectrum in your life, citrus oils are one that they really tend to draw to. It's one of the favorites for like Adaptive has citrus in it, and so we just have some neat testimonials for how these citrus oils in particularly help children and adults with autism. So I like to
Okay.
not make medical claims, but to share experience, strength, and hope in those areas. Okay, we've got a survey in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Gagan, I got yours.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording.